audio through a standard coaxial cable. So there are choices, but some keep on waiting. By the time you decide to get back in the game, your competitors may have moved on ahead. Digital is an investment in the future, but surprisingly, the equipment isn't any more expensive than analog equipment. Even in a tough economic climate, the cost savings can begin immediately. Serial digital transmission lets you hook all the elements together. Sony gives you all the elements. Every player likes the sound of cost efficiency in a total system solution. And every player likes the sound of DAT, Sony Digital Audio Tape. DAT is the perfect interchange format between audio and video houses. Convenient, inexpensive. Up to 2 hours of digital audio on one compact cassette. For audio sweetening, it's a sweet solution. Digital video and audio are made for each other. Sony has an editor made for both. Our star performer here is the Sony BVE 9100. BVE means Broadcast Video Editor, and this BVE means business. It's an evolutionary advance over our BVE 9000, faster with the latest 68030 processor. While some may be waiting, the digital revolution is rolling. And it's not complicated to integrate Sony digital equipment into analog facilities, as production houses and broadcasters from coast to coast have demonstrated. Their Sony digital islands are simple to install, simple to set up, simple to operate, and all have one important thing in common. You'll see an improved result in your picture quality. You're going to like it down in the islands. Digital islands in the analog ocean. For broadcasters, a digital island is the logical way to get started in digital. Composite digital or component digital, Sony gives you the choice. Some large corporate users have already gone digital for in-house production. They count on workhorse Sony components like the DME 5000. DME for digital multi-effects. It combines up to 4 channels with inputs in analog or digital. Standard key channels with drop shadow, a flexible, powerful, cost-efficient Sony digital solution. Sony also has a powerful, flexible digital switcher that puts it all together. The Dmx E3000 with traditional 2.5 ME architecture that lets you make the transition from your current analog switcher to digital with little retraining. All the comforts of analog home, but with new digital processing power. Power that lets Henniger Richmond put together Richmond, Virginia's first all-digital Sony D2 editing suite. Their customers saw a whole system working. They saw the benefit. They also saw to it that Henniger's digital room was very successful in a very short time. Customers want digital. Competitors offer digital. So for those still waiting, it's time to move. As always, interface is the key. Interface opens the door to digital. Everyone worries about their existing equipment. The solution is interface, analog to digital. Sony can help and show you new ways to jump ahead into the digital domain. At Sony, interface is a basic design philosophy. Interface between digital and analog technologies. Interface between component and composite digital video. Interface between new and existing equipment. All the glue that connects you to the analog world. Digital means flexible, as Sony's still store proves. Remotely located drives, high-speed cross-network recall, and a RAM cache option for instantaneous recall of stills. Even when money is tight, the advantages of digital can repay your investment quickly, as Post Perfect in New York proved when they installed a Sony Dmx E3000 in a digital component suite that paid for itself faster than a traditional 1-inch room. Another Sony dash ahead, the Sony PCM3324S digital multi-track recorder. A third-generation dash machine competitive in price with analog multi-track recorders. but faster to dash to your edit point, faster to stop when you get there. So the game goes on. Wherever the future takes us, we'll be moving there together, because serial digital transmission makes digital easy. Digital system interconnection is not that different from the analog world you're used to, because you use the same familiar cable. New for NAB92, the Sony Dmx E3000, a rack-mountable second-generation digital audio mixer for post-production. 24-bit digital inputs and outputs result in the highest digital sound quality of any post-production audio mixer in the marketplace. But the most exciting star in digital technology may be this: Sony's DME9000, the most amazing effects system in the world, the one we call System G. It's the artist's link to digital video effects, a link that lets you create, manipulate, or metamorphosize objects in true 3D space without advanced computer programming skills. It gives you the creative edge for assignments where special effects make all the difference. The transformation from analog to digital is an ongoing process. Whether you buy a single piece of equipment or an entire digital plant, you can participate in that process with confidence because Sony stands behind you. Not only by inventing new technology, expanding interface capability, or providing unsurpassed technical support, but also by future-proofing your investment. For Sony, future-proofing is the name of the game. That's not a promise. That's a fact.
Sony Library Management System presents Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson in the case of the revenue rivals. This program is being presented exclusively by Sony's LMS and Lauf ADC 100 system automation software. And now, join us as our famous detective solves the case of the revenue rivals.
My name is Dr. John H. Watson. Of the many adventures that I have written involving that master detective Sherlock Holmes, none have made better use of his amazing powers of deduction than the strange tale that I am about to tell. It was following the brutal February sweeps of '92 that Holmes and I were called in to solve one of the most puzzling cases of our careers.
The door is open. Ah, do come in, Mr. Dulles.
How did you know my name?
Simplicity itself, my dear sir. The same way I know that you are the general manager of WARY-TV. You've come to me in urgent need of information as to how your chief competitor, KASH-TV, has managed to become more profitable than you are, despite its lower budget and smaller staff.
What kind of magic is this?
No, it's no magic, Mr. Dulles. You knocked 4 times. The 4th letter of the alphabet is D, the first letter of your last name.
Well, that's amazing.
Not if you've read my monograph on numerology and unconscious actions. Then, of course, there was the sound of your footsteps. Very revealing.
Oh, they are.
I could tell from the sound of your shoes on the stairs that they were well worn, caused by constant pacing. And, of course, you took exactly 15 steps to reach my door. The letter O. The rest is almost too simple to explain. You have frayed some fibers of your suit right here. From this, I deduce that you are in the habit of affixing a name tag and then most haphazardly tearing it off. Therefore, your job requires you to attend many conferences and conventions. Now, who would be calling on me? With a last name beginning with the letters D.O., who attends many conferences and conventions, and is in urgent need of my most particular services during, well, you must admit, a rather disappointing sweeps month than the general manager of WARY-TV, Mr. Harry Dulles. Pray be seated, Mr. Dulles. Watson? Watson, where the devil are you?
Here, Holmes.
Have you been listening?
Well, yes, of course. But I must say, Holmes, this case seems truly baffling.
I must admit that it was a bit of a puzzle. I think I have solved the case, but there are one or two loose ends I would like to tie up. Now, I believe you have a friend over at KASH-TV, Watson.
Willie Wilson, of course. Member of the club. Wonderful fellow, excellent card player. I remember what...
Watson, do stop babbling.
Sorry, Holmes.
Run over to Willie Wilson's, Watson, and see what you can find out. And report to me when you get there.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Dulles, what else can you tell me about your problem?
Well, we really have a very modern, up-to-date facility. Automation, up to a point. But it seems to take so many man-hours to run it, you know. And now we make mistakes. You know, we are human.
You do have a multi-cassette system, of course.
Oh, yes.
But it does not save you quite the time and money you thought it would, does it?
No.
Yes, I thought as much. Your multi-cassette system software is capable of integrating data between your operations and traffic department?
Well, not really.
You are fully digital to allow for error monitoring through automatic diagnostics?
It's not digital.
Holmes? By Jove, you're not going to believe this. There is nobody here. Just this extraordinary machine behind me.
Quite so, Watson. I have already deduced that KASH-TV must be in possession of the Sony Library Management System.
But how is that possible, Holmes? I just got here. I don't see how...
Simple observation. Tell me, Watson, how is it that you are on one monitor while I am most definitely on a completely different one?
Well, I don't really know.
Now, through its automation software, the LMS can, among its many other incredible capabilities, output two separate channels from one hardware feed. My program is on one channel, yours is on another. Dual channels. Quite simple, really.
Well, that's a neat trick, but what do I need that for?
Oh, do be patient, Mr. Dulles. We have a great deal to discover. Now, let me start at the beginning. You have, of course, read my monograph on automation.
Oh, yes. Is that ridiculous one on the horseless carriage?
No, Watson. During the fairly limited reading I have been able to do on this subject as it relates to broadcasting, I have been able to deduce that each station has different needs and therefore different definitions of automation. But the LMS can, through its integrated system, satisfy everybody, especially since the LMS can integrate with other automated systems and provide new and expanded capabilities through its various software packages. Oh, Watson, this LMS is truly magnificent. True system automation.
Well, it sounds like Sony has done a great deal of research and development on this.
Sony has been in the automation business for quite a while. Sony's extraordinary experience in robotics is unmatched in the industry. Now, since 1984, over 800 multi-cassette machines have been installed worldwide, airing billions of spots with the most efficient success rating of 0.99999. And, of course, Sony's hardware is the best in the business. Isn't that so, Mr. Baker?
Absolutely, Mr. Holmes. However, the combination of station automation and newsroom automation with multi-cassette system automation have complicated station operation. Now Sony allows efficient integration with integrated automation. A single workstation can run the multi-cassette system, traffic interface, master control switcher, VTRs, still store character generators, all your on-air and news equipment.
You mean that this automation system can run my machines and provide a link between my traffic department and sales and operations?
You are beginning to get it, Mr. Dulles. Through a common user interface within a single integrated system, sales can access available commercials, while operations can make programming changes directly into the LMS at the same time as the automated system continues to run all your external devices.
Holmes, this is strange. This machine is running by itself. No one hiding behind there.
This automation system is capable of running an unlimited number of external devices.
Hello. What's this? Can the master control switcher be run by the automation system? Oh dear.
The LMS can work with different software systems for different needs. The ADC 100 automation system provides for total station automation, with dual-channel capabilities and storage for over 1,000 single-spot cassettes. But remember, the ADC is just one automation software system. With the new 2100 software, 10,000 cassettes can reside online. Your needs for your station, that's what LMS and automation software are all about.
Remarkable! Oh, hello, what's this? Oh, good heavens, Holmes, look at this!
Well, that would be my conjecture, since LMS is totally integrated system automation, that would be the single workstation at which you can access everything related to the running of LMS system automation. Is that correct, Mr. Baker?
You are exactly correct, Mr. Holmes.
It was elementary.
Very observant.
Simple deduction.
But what about my current hardware and software?
The LMS system is designed to work with other systems, truly total system solutions.
Holmes, I found it! I've solved the mystery. Cash TV is, how do you say it, cooking the books. They are billing two separate clients for the same avail.
I most sincerely hope so.
What?
Well, the LMS is integrated with an automation system which permits for dual-channel program output and dual playlists, which remain separate and discrete. Now think what that can mean for the economy of your station, Mr. Douglas.
What does it mean, Holmes?
It means that in this tough economic climate, Sony solutions make great sense, devoting more brain power to developing better marketing solutions. Micro-marketing, for instance.
Micro what?
No, just think, Watson. With dual-channel output, a broadcaster can air a commercial for John Deere and his farm areas, and one for Pete's Pizza in the city. Two separate feeds from one single source. A network can air a spot for snow tires in New England and one for radial tires in Florida in the same avail. Or a station could program different material to separate cable companies within its ADI. So it's easy to deduce, Watson, that two feeds could mean two sources of revenue. And while the LMS is broadcasting, programming can be accepted and recorded via satellite feed.
Incredible! I deduce that many kinds of stations could make use of dual channel.
I assume you are including local independents who operate a superstation.
Oh, I think there's a new aspect to this case.
Elementary, Watson. You are now in the new widescreen format. It's my conjecture that this offers real possibilities, and we should be prepared for whatever the new industry standard turns out to be. In fact, the FCC pronouncement recently stated that stations who wish to upgrade to the new widescreen format should apply between 1994 and 96. Of course, with the dual-channel output, they can designate one channel for the widescreen format.
Now, wait. I have a question. You know, this dual channel sounds great, and I can think of a lot of applications for my station. But we don't even know which widescreen format is going to be approved. Now, what about the technical changes that will be required in the future?
Let me answer that one. It's a very good question. Sony is committed to bridge future technologies cost effectively. The equipment you buy today will not become obsolete.
We interrupt our program, Mystery Theater, for a special bulletin. The Crazy Cola Company has just announced that its exclusive coconut recipe, a secret for the last century, has been stolen, and the entire inventory of Crazy Cola has disappeared. Live coverage at 6.
Did you hear that, Holmes?
It's Moriarty. I'm sure of it.
What am I going to do? I mean, I already have to issue a make good for that spot that we lost during the bulletin, and Crazy Cola is going to pull all their spots for the rest of the day. Oh, how am I going to possibly reprogram my playlist, adjust my logs, and get new tapes from the library in time? Oh, I'm sunk.
I guess it's curtains for this station as well, Holmes.
It certainly could be. However, integrated automation allows changes to be propagated quickly through the system.
But the recall, man! But have you forgotten? The company has cancelled all his spots. Oh, the cola commercial is due to run in minutes.
Compose yourself, Watson.
Oh, well, I am entirely composed, Holmes.
I think now might be a propitious time to start advertising my new company. After all, these are the 90s, Watson. Modern times call for modern solutions.
But how can you possibly get the spot in the system in time?
Changes are electronic and easily made. A few keystrokes delete the Crazy Cola spots that would have aired today and replace them with Sherlock Holmes' spot.
Deductions deduced, mysteries mastered. Call 1-800-HOLMES. Visa and MasterCard accepted.
As to how the spot got to the station, why don't we let our audience answer that one?
Holmes, I am out of my depth. It is all so startling. Now, what does it all really mean?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. What does it really mean?
It means, my poor Mr. Doulis, that your competitor, KASH-TV, is operating a more efficient, better run, and more profitable station through true station automation.
Oh, this dual channel capability sure is great. 2 spots on the same avail. I can see the revenue just adding up. And with the dual channel options, we'll be prepared for the future.
And how about multi-device control through one single system automation source? Oh, think of the time and money that will save.
Excellent, Watson.
Well, I sure could have used that manual intervene system.
Incredible.
Mr. Holmes, you're a genius.
Correct.
You've saved our station. Now we can compete with KASH on an equal footing. How can we ever repay you?
How about a barter deal? Well, I think I've tied up this case quite neatly, but I do still have one question. I know how my spot got to the station so quickly, but how is that machine part of the process?
This is Sony's Flexicart, a multi-cassette system that's new, flexible, and affordable. To learn more about it, or the LMS, or the concept of integrated automation, contact your Sony account manager.
Well, I must run.
Holmes, where are you going?
Moriarty, Watson, Moriarty.
Oh, yes, of course. The case of the Crazy Cola. Wait for me.
Hurry, Watson. The game's afoot.
Oh, yes.